Peppa's Fire Engine. And if you'd like to buy this book, check in the link description down below. It was a lovely sunny day, and Peppa and George were at the fair with Daddy Pig. There were lots of games to play and prizes to win. I want to try all the games, Daddy, said Peppa. Me too, said Daddy Pig. But remember, you can't always win a prize. Daddy Pig didn't realize just how great Peppa and George were at games. They won toy pandas at all the stalls they went to. The last stall left to visit was Miss Rabbit's big prize draw. What's the big prize? Peppa asked. Is it another toy panda? The prize is a chance to be a firefighter for the day, said Miss Rabbit. I've always wanted to be a firefighter, said Peppa. Can you buy a ticket for the draw, Daddy, please? Of course, said Daddy Pig. But remember, you might not win. Miss Rabbit explained that the winner of the prize draw would be announced at the end of the day. That means we have to go back to the stall again, Daddy, said Peppa. Oh, good, said Daddy Pig, peering over all the panda toys. When it was time for the result of the big prize draw to be announced, everyone gathered around. Miss Rabbit put her hand in a big bucket of tickets and picked one out. The winner of the big prize draw and the chance to be a firefighter for the day is Peppa. Peppa and George jumped up and down cheering. Woohoo! We won, Daddy, said Peppa. We won! We certainly did, said Daddy Pig. Now I think we'd better go home so you can rest before your big day as a firefighter. The next morning, Peppa was very excited. I'm going to be a firefighter for the day and have my very own fire engine, Daddy, she said. Well, I'm not sure you'll have your own fire engine exactly, said Daddy Pig. But Peppa was already running off to get ready. When George and Mummy Pig arrived at the fire station, Miss Rabbit was waiting for them. So, Peppa, she said, are you ready to be a firefighter for the day? Yes, cried Peppa. Can Mummy and George come too, please? Miss Rabbit said of course they could. Mummy Pig already knew the fire station very well as she sometimes helped out there. First, Miss Rabbit gave Peppa and George a firefighter's uniform each. Next, Peppa met the rest of the firefighters and they showed Peppa and George how to slide down the pole. And then Miss Rabbit pointed to the different parts of the fire engine, the ladder, the siren, and the huge water hose. Everyone got a bit wet, but it was lots of fun. Peppa and the firefighters were having a tea break when the fire station phone started ringing. Ring, ring. Dr. Hamster's pet tortoise, Tiddles, was stuck up in a tree. We'll be right there, Dr. Hamster, said Miss Rabbit. She turned to Peppa and told her what happened. Do you think we can help? Peppa had an idea. We can use a fire engine's ladder to climb up and get him. Great idea, said Miss Rabbit. Let's go. The firefighters zoomed down the pole quickly, climbed into the fire engine and raced to the rescue. Don't worry, Dr. Hamster, said Peppa when they arrived. We'll save Tiddles for you. Oh, thank you, Firefighter Peppa, said Dr. Hamster. Mrs. Sheep climbed up the ladder, but Tiddles wouldn't come towards her. Peppa suddenly had another idea. Do you have Tiddles' food with you, Dr. Hamster? She asked. Dr. Hamster gave the tortoise food to Peppa, and Miss Rabbit passed it up to Mrs. Sheep. Tiddles saw the food and wandered over. Mrs. Sheep scooped up the little tortoise and brought him down successfully. The firefighters had rescued Tiddles. Hooray! Oh, thank you for saving Tiddles, said Dr. Hamster. No problem, said Miss Rabbit. It's all part of the service. When the firefighters got back to the fire station, the phone rang again. Ring, ring. Daddy Pig was cooking a surprise dinner, and his barbecue caught fire. He needed the firefighters to help. We'll be right there, Daddy Pig, said Miss Rabbit. The firefighters zoomed down the pole, quickly climbed into the fire engine and raced to the rescue again. The firefighters soon arrived at Peppa's house. They worked as a team and used the water hose to put out the fire. Mummy Pig thanked Miss Rabbit for letting Peppa be a firefighter for the day. It's been a pleasure, said Miss Rabbit. Peppa has been so helpful we've decided to name our fire engine after her. Look, Daddy, said Peppa. It is my fire engine. So it is, said Daddy Pig, chuckling. How splendid. And thank you for being such a great helper today, Peppa, said Miss Rabbit. Our firefighters would like to present you with a very special gift. Mrs. Sheep handed Peppa a big toy panda. Look, Daddy, said Peppa. I've got another one. Wonderful, said Daddy Pig, chuckling. Well done, Peppa. Peppa put her panda toy in the front seat of the fire engine. You can be a firefighter too, she said. Nee-naw, nee-naw, said George. Everyone laughed. The end.